So today we are continuing what we did the last time. We stopped at this slide 15. In this slide, we're going to talk about the graphs of the function. Last time we defined, I already started recording. This time we are going to talk about how to graph the function. If you remember last time, we say in the function is a rule assigned for each x a value that we call a y, which is f of x. Do you remember that? I have x, I have a function where I put the x and this will give me a value of y. بمعنى ان for each x, I'm going to connect this x with another y. This will give me what I call a point, نقطة. The point each time x give me a y. So this is like a point. So to draw it, to sketch it, to graph it, we are using an xy plan here. X coordinate here and the y coordinate here. You remember when we talk about the number line. Now the number line x center at the 0, to the right I have 1, I have 2, I have 3, I have 4, and to the left I have -1, -2, and so on. And the y, the same thing, it's a number line again. التوب راح يكون فيها 1, 2, 3, and the bottom has a -1 and a -2 and a -3. هذا نسميه ال XY plan. Okay. And in here we sketch the points اللي عندنا إياها. We sketch the points x and y. They are giving you an example here of sketching the graph, and the function is f of x equal to x to the power 3. Stop the side talking, please. I'm looking at the chat. Stop the side talking. Only if something related to what I'm saying, write it, please. I'm going to give you 10 minutes at the end to do whatever you want to do, to discuss whatever you want to discuss, please. So this is the function that they are giving to us. F of x is equal to x to the power 3. ماشي? So each time the x go to x to the power 3. I can say this is my y here. F of x is my y. So as you can see in the table here, لما ال x 0, what is 0 to the power 3? It is 0 to the power 3, 0. At the 1, what's 1 to the power 3? 0 will go to 0, 3, which is 0. The 1 will go to 1, 3, which is 1. The 2 will go to 2, 3, which is 8. The 3 will go to 3, 3, which is 27. I can do this with a lot of points. I can do it with negatives as well. ممكن أشوفها عند -1. From -1 to the power 3, we have to be careful with the sign. Did you bring a calculator to practice? جهزتوا calculators? You have your calculators with you? So you have to know how to do this -1 to the power 3. You put it inside a bracket to make it to a power 3. This actually equal to -1. Those are basics. But having a calculator is a good idea. We don't want to do small mistakes that make our solution all wrong. Huh? So use your calculator here. So if I'm having the -2, it will be -2 to the power 3, which is -8. If I have the -3, it will be -3 to the power 3, which is -27. You can see everything here in the table. They already set the things in the table. X, f of x. يعني x وقدامها y. This will give me points. The points are 0, 0, 1 and 1, 2 and 8, 3 and 27, and 1 and -1. Sorry, -1 and -1. Mute your mics, please. And -2, -8, and we have -3 and -27. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. We sketch the points. كيف نرسم البوينتس؟ If I say I have the point 0, 0, معناها ال x تحركت 0, 0. So it's this point here. If I say 1 and 1, معناها إن ال x 1 وال y قدامها 1. So the x moves by 1 and the y moves by 1. So this is the point. You can get that? Now the point 2 and 8 معناها 2 تتحرك الx move by 2 and the y will move by 8. 8 is somewhere here. لازم 8 up here. So it is this point. Same thing with the minus here. We minus 1, minus 2, and minus 8. We join all the points together. We join all the points together, and this will give me my graph. You can see it clearly here in this graph. هذه البوينts 0, 0, 1 and 1, 2 and 8, 3 and 27, minus 1 and minus 1, minus 2 and minus 8, and minus 3 and minus 27. Joining all the points together give me the graph. Yeah. الx go to the right إذا كانت positive. Go to the left إذا كانت negative. أحرك يدي على اليسار مع الx if x is negative. Okay. Always the point is like x and y. دائما x and y. We said it last time. x نسميها independent مستقلة and the y follows. صح؟ Each time I change x, I get a y. You can see it here in the table. xy, xy, xy. Now, graphing the function, this is like a primitive way to do it. طريقة بدائية لgraph the function. إن I put a point and I sketch it. Later on, when we go with the course, we will see how to use the derivative actually to sketch the graph, to imagine how does the graph of a function look like, okay? So this is the aim of the course. هذا الهدف من الكورس. We will talk about the derivative. We will learn how to use the derivative to sketch graph of a function. ماشي? Yeah, any question here? Yeah. Now, we have different type of graphs. Not all the graphs are functions. Put this in your mind. Not all graphs are functions. Not all of them are functions. How can I know if this graph is a function? We use what we call the vertical line test. إيش يعني vertical? What does the word vertical mean? بالعربي, what does vertical mean? العمودي بالضبط. The vertical line test simply means in the graph that I have in front of me is function if any vertical line I draw is cutting or touching the graph at just 1 point, no more than 1 point. Any vertical line I draw, أي خط عمودي راح أرسمه على الجراف, touch or cut the graph at just 1 point. So look at this example here. Is it a function? هذا function. على حسب الكلام, it's a function. If each vertical line touch in 1 point only, huh? This one is touching in 2 points, صح? So this one is not function. This is a circle. This is a graph of a circle. But it's not a function. هذا ما هو function. ماشي? Yeah. So let me give you this example. If this is your graph, it looks so bad. What if this is your graph? Is it a function? Is this one a function? Yeah, this is a function. Why not, Maryam? This is a function. Any vertical line, أي خط أفق عمودي راح أنزله, will touch at just 1 point. Yeah. So this is a function here. Now, let me give you one more example. If I give you this, is it a function? Is this a function here? No. This line, مثلا. It's cutting here, 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 and here. So this one is not a function. This is not example of a function. So this what this slide is about. If I have a graph, how do I know in a function? By drawing a vertical line. If the vertical line is touching at just 1 point everywhere, all the vertical lines I can draw at just one place, it means it's a function. Otherwise, it's not. Now, the next thing, we're going to talk about a special type of functions or equations. أنواع خاصة من equations, okay? The first type is what we call the linear equation. Linear يعني خطي. فالlinear equation is anything that looks like y equal to something multiplied with x plus b. What's the special thing about the linear function? y في طرف constant multiply with x plus a constant. x من الدرجة الأولى of first degree. Okay? So it's a linear function. This is the general formula of the linear function. Why do we call it linear function or linear equation? لأن it looks like a line if I draw it. This is how it looks like. And later, we're going to talk about this linear function with more details, inshallah. You will understand what's this m, what's this b. ماشي? So this is what we call the linear function. It looks like y equal something في x plus b. Let me give you an example. If you have, for example, y equal to 2 multiplied with x plus 3. هذا example of a linear function. درجة x 1 x to the power 1. We call it a linear function. ماشي? A linear function come of a special type. If I don't have the y here, the y is 0, the function will look like x equal to a, or the equation actually will looks like x equal to a. And in this case, it's not a function. It looks like this. It's a vertical line, x equal to a. And it's not a function, صح ولا لا? Applying a vertical line test, this is not a function. The other special type is whenever we have y equal to b. If I put x0 here, it will be y equal to b. Y equal to b is horizontal line. نسميه horizontal. This is a horizontal line. خط أفقي. This happens when we have y equal to b, when the x is 0, or the m actually is 0, which means x disappear. So y equal to b. So two special types of the linear function or the linear equation. This is the linear equation, special type 1, special type 2. One of them is giving a function, one of them is not giving a function actually. X equal to a, and we have x equal to b. And we're going to talk about those linear things later with more details. The second type is what we call the quadratic function. The quadratic function is anything looks like y equal to a في الاكس سكوير الحين من الدرجة الثانية plus b في الاكس plus the c. It is of the second degree. And we put the condition in a is not 0 لأن if a is 0, it will be y equal to bx plus c. It will be linear. Huh? So I don't want a to be 0 because I don't want it to go back to the linear case. So we say it is y equal to ax squared plus bx plus c under the condition in a is not equal to 0. ماشي? Now, the quadratic equation is what we call parabola. عارفين القطوع؟ تذكرون القطوع، القطع الناقص والقطع المكافئ والأمور هذه؟ So the quadratic equation, if we draw it, it's what we call a parabola. Notice إن y equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. If a is positive, a positive راح يكون concave up، يعني راح يكون طالع لفوق. Okay. y equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. If a is negative, إذا a سالب, it's gonna be concave down. مقعر لأعلى ومقعر لأسفل. Just those words are something we're gonna use it through the course. احفظوها. إيش يعني concave up؟ مقعر لأعلى. وإيش يعني concave down؟ مقعر لأسفل. Okay? Whatever I say, try to have a note and write it, especially those translations from English to Arabic. ماشي؟ أنا أترجمها لي مرة بس بعدين again I'm not gonna translate it. So keep this in your mind. You have concave up and you have concave down. على حسب ال A. لما ال A positive it is concave up. لما ال A negative it is concave down. Okay, this is the quadratic function. This is the quadratic function. ماشي؟ الquadratic function يا مقعرة لأعلى يا مقعرة لأسفل. Depends on what? In the A. لما ال A positive بتكون طالعة لفوق. لما ال A negative مقعرة لأسفل. Got it now? Now here they are giving you an example. The function is y equal to minus x squared plus 4x plus 5. Concave up ولا down? ها؟ It is concave down. ليش؟ لأن what's multiplied with x squared is negative صح؟ فمعناها it is concave down. And this is how the graph looks like, and later on even we will talk about إن how can I know إن it looks like this. كيف أعرف إن الرأس حقها 29 وجاي فوق. Okay? Yeah, it's concave down. It's concave down here. The function is a rule يا عبد العزيز. The function is a rule. كل x will get a y. Example of a function, if I have x, f of x equal to x squared, I call this y. كل مرة أحط قيمة ال x تطلع لي قيمة ال y. بالعربي نسميها الدالة، نسميها الدالة أو الدوال. Okay? We are still talking about the special type of functions. Now we will talk about what we call polynomial function. البولينوميال function بالعربي نسميها كثيرات الحدود. Later on مشاعل إن شاء الله we will see how to draw those parabolas. Just wait. Now polynomial functions بالعربي نسميها كثيرات حدود. It's anything looks like let's say what an x to the power n. This is my function y plus an minus 1 x to the power m minus 1 لحد a note. Any example works here. مثلا if I have x3 plus 2x plus 1 هذه polynomial. For example, if I have y equal to 2x to the power 5 plus 5x minus 2, polynomial. Okay, this is an example. I have f of x equal to minus 17x3 plus x plus 5. Okay, all of those are examples of what we call polynomials here. Clear? Okay, good. I want this chat to go down. Okay. What last one? Tahani, which last one you're asking about? This one here? Barabola? Quadratic? Polynomial? Yeah, here's it. البولينوميال بمعنى يكون فيها power of x. x to the power 7, x to the power 3, x to the power 2. الحين عشان أقول linear، عشان تكون linear it should be like y equal to 2x plus 3. power الx كم؟ 1. عشان تكون quadratic the power of x is like مثلا minus x squared plus 3x minus 5. power of x أقصى شيء وصلت إيش؟ 2. To be polynomial anything up more than 2. مثلا y equal to x3 minus 5x plus 4. مثلا y equal to x to the power 10 plus 8x to the power 7 plus 3x to the power 5 plus 2. All of those are polynomials. You got it now? Linear لما the power of the x is 1. Quadratic لما the power of x is maximum 2. Polynomial anything up. أي شيء أعلى من كده polynomial. لا, الباور function ما هي البولينوميال. We will talk about the power function now. Just wait يا وليد. We will go for the power function. The polynomial is a combination of power function. You have more than one power function together. We will talk about the power function now. We have what we call rational functions. Rational اللي هي الكسور, اللي هي الأشياء اللي فيها كسور. الحين when I say in I have rational function, it means it's a function that has a polynomial divided by a polynomial. This is an example. I have two polynomials. It's a quotient of two polynomials. This is what we call rational function. So this is an example of a function here. This is a special type of a function. Next, we have the power function. Now, that was your question, yeah, Walid. The power function is whenever you have f of x equal to x to the power r. يعني زي إن y أو f of x is equal to x to the power مثلا 2 لحالها كده. Or when we say إن y equal to x to the power 5. Or when we say y equal to x to the power half. All of those are power function. Power function إن هي دالة القوة اللي فيها power. كلمة power يعني القوة. القوة بالعربي إحنا نفهمها اللي هي الأسس, صح ولا لا؟ فالpower function اللي فيها الpower. So this is how it looks like. الأسس, yeah. If we have x to the power r, by the way, الx نسميها base اللي هو الأساس, والr نسميها الpower اللي هي القوة. يعني بالضبط هي ترجمة حرفية للمصطلحات. base اللي هو الأساس, والpower اللي هي الأس. Okay? So this is the power function. We talk about the linear, the quadratic, polynomial, irrational, and the power function. Now, the absolute value function. Does anybody know what does it mean? إيش يعني absolute value function? إيش يعني absolute value? القيمة المطلقة, صحيح, دالة القيمة المطلقة. Yeah. القيمة المطلقة do what? If I talk about the absolute value of number minus 3, it's equal to what? 3. القيمة المطلقة cares about the value of the number, not its sign. يعني it is to the right of the zero or to the left of the zero. We don't care. We care about how much it is. So the absolute value of minus 3 مثلا is 3. The absolute value of 3 is again 3. The absolute value of the 0 is equal to 0 طبعا. So this is the absolute value. The absolute value function is f of x equal to absolute value of x. بمعنى إن each time أحط x أطلع لها the absolute value. Now the absolute value of x, by the way, written as this. It is x لو كانت x greater than or equal to 0. يعني لو كانت x positive. تبقى نفس ما هي, صح؟ لو x positive, the absolute value of x is x itself. And if x negative, the absolute value is positive, بمعنى it is minus the x لو كانت x is negative. Just less than. Just less than 0. أنا عشان أعكس إشارتها أدخل قبلها minus. Right? If it is less than 0, if it is a negative number, to make it positive, I put a minus before it. So this is how we define a function. It's x when x positive, it's minus x when x is negative. By the way, this is the graph of the absolute value function. It looks like this. If this is the x coordinate, if this is the y coordinate, this is how the absolute value function looks like. those two branches here, this and this here. Clear? They are giving you one example here. What is f of minus half? It's the absolute value of minus half. Absolute value of minus half is half. Simply it's half. Yeah. Now the next thing, they want us to find adding of a function. Adding a function simply معناها إن we combine two functions together. They are giving you two examples. The first function is f of x equal to 2 over x minus 3. The second function is gx equal to 1 over x plus 2. I'm going to delete all of this, and I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to do it on my own way. I want to add this with this. ماشي? We put the plus sign in between them and we add them. Let me do a quick review here. Whenever you are adding fractions, how do you do that? مثلا I'm adding 1 على 2 مع 1 على 3. How do we add them? Do you remember that? بالضبط، نوحد المقامات. We make a common bottom، نوحد المقامات. بمعنى ان المقامين لازم يكونون زي بعض. The two bottoms should be the same. Okay? To do this, simply multiply 2 في 3, it's equal to 6. Do cross multiplication. 1 في 3, 3. 1 في 2, 2 with the plus. So the answer is 5 over 6. This is an easy way to add the fractions. Let me give you one more example. بالضبط, we multiply. This is the easiest way to multiply a fraction. مثلا عندي 2 over 5 and I want to add it, let's say, to 3 over 7. What will be the common bottom? Let's make it minus. I'm gonna make it minus عشان the minus is the same actually. The minus is similar. Let's make it a minus. So what will be the common bottom here? 35, which is 5 multiplied with 7. We multiply 5 with 7. It's 35. Then we do cross multiplication. 2 for 7, 14. 3 bil 5, 15. And the sign is minus in between them. We subtract, and this will be minus 1 على 35. You got it now? Same thing we do with the functions. Same thing we do with the function. Now have a look هنا. أبغى يكون عندي common bottom. طيب what should I do? I multiply x minus 3 with x plus 2. صح؟ بعدين I will do cross multiplication. بضرب طرفين في وسطين. I'm gonna multiply 2 with x plus 2, and I'm gonna multiply 1 في x minus 3, and I have a plus in between them. Correct? صح اللي أنا سويته? This is a common, but we have to simplify it a little bit. الحين أنا محتاج إني أبسط الأمور أكثر. I have to simplify it. Notice in the question إن I have to add them and make it as a rational function. The result should be rational. هذه rational already. هذه already top bottom. But I have to simplify a little bit. الحين البottom I have x minus 3 multiply with x plus 2. كيف نضربهم؟ أنا أحب إني أحطهم بشكل أفقي كذا. x minus 3 في ال x plus 2 معناها x في ال x, which is x square, x في ال minus 3, which is minus 3x. صح؟ لا, you cannot delete يا سليمان. You cannot delete. لاحظ إن في عندنا plus هنا ها. البلاس will not allow me to cancel. Be careful. ما نقدر نكنسل إلا إذا كان all multiplication. بعدين I have to multiply the 2 الحين. لاحظوا ايش قاعدة أسوي، الإكس في الإكس والإكس في الثري. بعدين ال 2 بالإكس وال 2 بال 3. So now multiply 2 بالإكس, this will be 2x. Multiply 2 bil minus 3, this will be minus 6. Add everything together now, add everything together. This will give me x3 minus x minus 6. So the bottom part is ready now. تحت عندي x3 minus x minus 6. I'm correct ولا لا؟ حلي صحيح؟ No, why x3? This is x2. Yeah, thank you. This is x2. ماشي؟ أنا كنت غلطانة. It's x2 طبعا. Of course it's x2. Yeah. x2 و minus 3x with the 2x is minus x and the minus 6 is there. طيب the top part 2 في x plus 2 في 2 which is 4 plus x minus 3. Now collect the like terms. This will be 3x plus 1 divided by x squared minus x minus 6. And this will be the final answer. Cannot be simplified anymore. It's already rational function, already top and bottom, cannot be simplified anymore. This is a question, can come in the quiz by the way. يعني لو أنا بحط الأسئلة بحط سؤال زي كده. Easy or not? Huh? Yeah, you have to practice. You have to practice more examples, huh? With more things, more numbers. It's not hard. Maybe you forgot those rules a little bit. But you have to practice. ماشي؟ الجبرا tricky. You can think it's easy, but when you try to solve, you will find it difficult. I have one thing I have to tell you, by the way. I tell all my students this, and I have to tell you. في عندنا smart brain وفي عندنا شيء اسمه smart hand. في إن المخ يكون ذكي وفي شيء اسمه اليد تكون ذكية. أحيانا sometimes your brain is smart. أنت فاهم. You understand the things. لكن you are not practicing فيدك تصير غبية. You got me? So it happened a lot. إن والله أنا فاهم والله ذاكرت والله it's easy بس إنه في الإكزام أنا ما حليت. Why? لأن your hand is not smart. Your hand didn't practice. Okay? I'm gonna do it again now in the next example. No problem. My point here is that you have to practice. You have to make sure that your hand is smart enough to solve. Now here we have the same two functions, but they want me to find the minus. Yeah? We want to find the minus part. So the thing is I have to write the first function 2 على x minus 3 minus 1 على x plus 2. So first step, I need to make a common bottom. بوحد المقام. Yeah? Here is the last slide. يلا go ahead. So the first step, I have to make a common bottom. Yalla, what should I do? I multiply x minus 3 with x plus 2. This is the common. Then we do cross multiplication. We multiply 2 with x plus 2, and we multiply 1 with x minus 3, with a minus in between them. Yeah? Then on the side, I'm gonna do this multiplication thing. I'm gonna multiply x minus 3 في ال x plus 2. الحين it makes sense إن if I want to multiply لازم ال x في ال x، ال x في ال minus 3، ال 2 في ال x وال 2 في ال minus 3 يتوزع الضرب. So x في ال x is x square. x في ال minus 3 is minus 3x. 2 بال x is a 2x. 2 بال minus 3 is a minus 6. Then we add. So this will be x squared. This will be minus x. This will be minus 6. Yeah. Minus x, huh? So we come here, we substitute with this value. This is x squared minus x minus 6. We multiply out here. This is 2. Let's multiply it. We have to multiply it. This is a 2x plus 4 minus x plus 3, correct? And minus multiplied with the x is minus x, and minus multiplied with the minus 3 is the plus 3. This is algebra. Collect the like terms now. 2x minus x is x. 4 and 3 is a 7. And the bottom part is x squared minus x minus 6. And this is the subtraction of the two functions. Got it? Huh? Any question? This is the easiest way إن to add the fractions. البottom نضرب في بعض بعدين نسوي cross. Okay? Next, multiplying out functions. Now, to multiply out function, I want to remind you الحين إن how we multiply out the fractions. الحين, for example, if I have a 2 over 3 and I want to multiply it with 5 over 7, how do I multiply? Simply, what should I do? Top with the top, bottom with the bottom, صح ولا لا? This is like a 2 في 5 divided by 3 في 7. Simply, البسط في البسط والمقام في المقام. That's it. So the answer will be 10 على 21 here. Now, we may have a case like this. Let me say 2 over 3 multiplied with, let me say, 5 over 8. I can just multiply top, top, bottom, bottom, but this will not give me the simplest fraction I have. In this case, نبسط. That's correct يا مريم. نبسط. We cancel. نقدر نكنسل الاثنين مع ال8. الاثنين is 1. If I divide up and down with 2, قسمت على 2 فوق وتحت. The 2 is 1. The 8 is 4 now. Yeah. متى أقدر أسوي كذا؟ لما يكون عندي multiplication. Be careful. لما multiplication up and down cancel. إذا plus I cannot. With the plus I cannot cancel. With the multiplication we can. So we end up with 1 في 5, 5, 3 بال 4, 12. هذا just example by the way. هذا example. I'm giving example. هذا بس basic examples of how to multiply. Okay, هذا example 1 وهذا example 2. I'm giving you two different examples here. So here they want me to multiply the two function. Wallahi, if you can do this, if you can do those functions in the calculator, do them. But I don't think such a thing can be done using a calculator. The scientific calculator will not multiply functions. Muhammad, what it was the 5 was 8 instead. What do you mean? يعني it means it is like a 2, 3 multiply with 8, 8. Yeah, the simplification part, you can do it with the calculator. That's correct. 8 على 5. You cannot simplify it here. ما في شيء يتكنسل صح ولا لا؟ If we cancel top and bottom, هنا nothing to cancel. I have just to multiply. 2 في 8, 16, 3 بال 5, 15, and this is the answer. Okay? Yeah. So this function here, this is a multiplication here. They want me to multiply f of x with gx. This is f of x. I multiply it with gx. So simply, it is 2 بال 1, x minus 3 في x plus 2. x minus 3 في x plus 2, same as what we multiplied before. It's x minus 3 في x plus 2. This is x squared minus 3x plus 2x minus 6. This is x squared minus x minus 6. And 2 بال 1 is a 2. And here is the answer. Okay? So multiplying is easy. البسط مع البسط, المقام مع المقام. If I have a cancellation, I cancel. إذا كان في cancellation. Now here they want me to divide. Now you know إن fx على gx معناها إن f of x divide fx على gx means I'm dividing f of x by the gx. Let's recall how to divide the fractions. لو عندي مثلا 2 على 5 divided by 3, 7. How do we do this? We say in the division, yeah, is a multiplication with the reciprocal, or we say in the, we flip the second part. So the division here is equal to 2 على 5 زي ما هي. The division changed to multiplication. We flip the 3, 7 to be 7, 3. Reciprocal اللي هو النظير حقه نقلبه up and down. Then it became a multiplication. So simply I can multiply 2 في 7, 14, 3 بال 5, 15, and this will be the answer. The same thing we can do it here. ماشي? They want me to divide the two functions. I have the first function is a 2 over x minus 3 divided by the second function, which is 1 على x plus 2, according to the rule. The first one, as it is, division, multiplication. The second one to be flipped. So it will be x plus 2 على 1. You get it? Now I can simply multiply 2 في x plus 2 and I multiply x minus 3 with the 1 and simplify it like a 2x plus 4 over x minus 3, and this is the simplest. This is the simplest answer. We talk about adding function, we talk about subtraction of a function اللي هو الطرح, and we talk about the multiplication of functions, we talk about the division of the functions. Now we will talk about the composition of the function, how to find the composition of the function. بالعربي اللي هو التحصيل. Now the idea of the composition إن you have a function, for example G, from British to French, and you have a function f which is from French to US. The composition of the two functions will jump from British to the US. You want this slide? You want this? So let's read this example. In this table, they are giving you a conversion table for men's hat size for 3 countries, for Britain, for France, and for the United States. هذه sizes of a hat, قياسات. اوكي. فالايديا ان انا عندي function g of x, they are in the LMS. Yeah, we have a function which is gx equal to x plus 1 that change from being British to being French. So I have the function from British to French, and this function is gx. It is 8x plus 1. The second function, f of x equal to 18x, change from French to a US. So the second function from a French to a US size. This is the f of x. What's the thing here? I want a function directly من British إلى US. بدل ما إني من British إلى French بعدين من French إلى US, I want a function that I call it h of x that will change على طول من British إلى US. Now this function h of x is actually equal to f circle g of x. It is g to f, but the composition is f circle g. Okay, and another way we can write it like f of gx. Now look at the function f of gx بمعنى داخل الجي f راح احط الجي. بدال ما الفانكشن f of x, it's gonna be f of gx. So let's check how they did that. The h is f circle gx, which is f of gx. Where is the f? Here's the f. It is 18x. What is the g? It is 8x plus 1. I want f of gx, يعني داخل الf أشيل الx وأحط gx. So it's gonna be 1 over 8 في gx. And what is gx? It is 8x plus 1. So it's gonna be 1 على 8 في 8x plus 1. So it's equal to x plus 1 over 8. And this will be my h of x. So this is the idea of the composition. أحط function داخل function. أحط function داخل function ثانية. Okay. Huh? Is it clear? Okay, I will give you another example. Let me give you one simple example before we go to the complicated one. I'm going to give you a simple example here. Say you have the function f of x equal to 3x plus 4, and say that you have the function gx equal to 5x. Okay? If I want you to find f circle g of x, and I want you to find g circle f of x, I want you to find me those two things. f circle gx بالدefinition الf أول جاية, so it is f of gx بمعنى داخل الf بشيل الx وبحط gx. So this will be 3 في gx plus 4. صح ولا لا؟ جيت على الf شلت الx وحطيت مكانها g. ايوه بالضبط بالضبط يا سيدي. So الgx أنا أعرف الgx, so let me write the gx as a 5x. So this will be 3 multiplied with 5x plus 4. This equal to 15x plus 4, and this will be my function. This is f circle g. طيب if I want g circle f, الg is outside وداخلها ال f of x. ماشي؟ بمعنى ال f of x راح تجي مكان ال x اللي هنا. My voice is clear ولا لا؟ My voice is clear? Is my voice clear? Yeah. Maybe the problem from your side, Amjad. So I go to G, I change أروح للG نفسها I change the F مكان ال X, so it's gonna be 5 في ال F of X. And what is F of X? I know F of X, it is 3x plus 4, so it is a 5 في ال 3x plus 4, it's equal to 15x plus 20. Yeah, good. Notice in the F circle G is different than G circle F. They are not equal. Yani, even though I can find both, sometimes they are not equal. And in some cases, it's not possible even to find the opposite. نقدر نجيب F circle G, but we cannot find G circle F, and this is due to the domain. I'm not getting you, Urud. هنا it is 5 في ال f of x لأن ال function is 5x. This is how the gx looks like. It's 5x. It's 5 في ال f of x مكان ال 5x. Okay. So here they are giving you one example, the same two functions we work with. The f of x equal to 2 على x minus 3 and the gx equal to 1 على x plus 2. The same two functions we work with before. لما جبنا البلس والماينس multiplication والdivision. We want to find f circle g اللي هو f of g, and we want to find g circle f اللي هي ال gf, and simplify the answer as much as you can. So as I said, f circle g اللي هي f of g بمعنى إن داخل ال f I'm gonna change ال x with the g, right? So it will be 2 على gx minus 3. And what is gx? gx is 1 على x plus 2. So the thing is عندي مقام هنا صح؟ أنا عندي مقام للمقام. So to simplify it أضرب فوق وتحت بمقام المقام, which is x plus 2. I multiply up and down with x plus 2. x plus 2 multiply with 2 will be 2 في x plus 2. And x plus 2 multiply with 1 على x plus 2 will be 1 لأن ال x plus 2 will cancel the x plus 2. But minus ال 3 multiply with x plus 2. ال x plus 2 راح تكون multiplied with the bottom, يعني multiply with this and multiply with this as well. Multiplied with 1 على x plus 2 راح تكنسل المقام وراح يكون 1. Multiply with 3, it will be 3x plus 2. Now مقام المقام راح, I cancelled it. So this will be 2x plus 4, and this will be 1 minus 3x minus 6. So this equal to 2x plus 4 divided by minus 3x minus 5, and this is the simplest. Got it? هذا algebraic technique. عشان أكنسل مقام المقام ضربت فوق وتحت بالمقام وضربته فوق وضربته تحت, noticing إن تحت عندنا 2 terms فلازم ينضرب بال 2 terms. كلها هذه algebra. Okay. So now الopposite أبغى g of f of x, يعني ال g راح تدخل داخلها ال f of x. whenever إن كان عندي شيء في مقام وحابة أبسط بستخدمه. في another technique يا عبد العزيز. There is another technique actually, but it's gonna be more complicated. الأذر تكنيك اللي هو توحيد المقام. أنا أقدر إني أوحد المقامات هنا. I make a common bottom. I take this which is 2 على 1. Let me use the black. This is a 2. 1 over x plus 2 minus 3. وأقول إن I'm gonna make the bottom as a common bottom هنا. This is 3 over 1. This is 3 over 1. I can make a common bottom down there by multiplying x plus 2 في 1. This will be x plus 2. Then I do cross multiplication. This will be 1 minus 3x minus 6. The bottom of the bottom is top. مقام المقام يطلع بسط. So this will be 2 في x plus 2 divided by this one minus 5 minus 3x minus 5. This is a 2x plus 4 divided by minus 3x minus 5. The same ولا لا؟ This is another way. I come from here and I do it like this. Okay, if it's easier, then good. You can do it. Okay? The good thing about the math, and you can do whatever you want. Whatever way you want. And I'm solving with a specific way. You can solve it in a different way. As long as you are getting the correct answer, ما حد راح يحاسبك. Correct steps, correct answer. I'm gonna do the next example. ماشي. Well, next example is kind of similar to this one. Let's do the next example. The next example اللي هو switching اللي هو G circle F. G circle F is like 1 على f of x plus 2. And what is f of x? It is 2 على x minus 3. So I have 1 على 2 على x minus 3 plus 2. إذا حابين نوحد المقام مفروض تطلع نفس النتيجة. ليش لا؟ bottom of the 2 is 1. So this is 1 على أفتح كسر كبير هنا وأوحد مقام المقام. So x minus 3 في 1 is x minus 3. And هنا أسوي cross multiplication. This is 2 plus 2 في x minus 3. This equal to 1 over 2 plus 2x minus 6 over x minus 3. مقام المقام بسط. Bottom of the bottom is the top. It will go up. So x minus 3 will come up. This will be x minus 3 على, this one is minus 4 على 2x minus 4. And this is the answer. This is the answer. Two different ways. إما إن احنا نضرب البسط والمقام ب x minus 3 this way أو نوحد المقامات للبottom. You got it? Have a look if you have a question. Okay. So next we are gonna talk about دائما مقام المقام بسط by the way. يعني whenever مثلا I have a 2 over 4 over 5. This is same as 2 في 5 على 4. ال 5 تطلع multiply with the 2. This is a 10 على 4. Okay? I don't want you to get confused. This equal to 10 على 4. You got it? Yeah. So the next thing, the next idea we're going to talk about is very important. We're going to use it later في derivative application that I told you about. Zero of a function. إيش يعني zero of a function? Means when you are taking your function and you are letting your function into equal to zero. مش أصفار المقام. The zero of a function. يعني my function, I'm going to make it zero and I'm going to get the values of x that will make this function zero. هذا معنى the zero of a function. So for this example, the function is f of x equal to x square minus 1. If you remember last time قلت لكم في شيء اسمه equation وفي شيء اسمه function صح؟ هذه function cannot be solved. I can put x, get value of y. اتفقنا؟ If I make this into x square minus 1 equal to 0 صارت equation. It became equation and it can be solved. هنا هذه function ما فيها رقم يساوي رقم. هذه فيها إنه we put x we get a y. لكن whenever I make it like equal to 0, it changed to what we call equation. It is solvable. So making an equation equal to 0 معناها أجيب أصفار الفانكشن. أجيب أصفار الفانكشن بمعنى what are the values of the function that will make this function equal to 0. So this means x squared equal to 1. This means in x equal to the root of 1, actually to the plus and minus the root of the 1. So x equal to plus or minus 1. إيش معنى هالكلام؟ معناها إن الفانكشن عند ال1 is equal to 0 ومعناها إن الفانكشن عند ال-1 is equal to 0. Again, إيش يعني 0 of a function؟ معناها إيش قيم ال-x? What are the values of x that will make my function equal to 0? How can I get it? By letting my function equal to 0 and solve. أحلها أطلع أصفار الدالة. That's correct. The values will make my function equal to 0. Actually, أصفار الدالة is where the function cut the x-axis. شايفين x-axis y-axis? الأصفار is when I cut هنا وهنا. This is -1 and this is +1. The two numbers I got here. This is a parabola, by the way. It's a concave up parabola. It cuts هنا وهنا. أصفار الدالة when I make f of x equal to 0. This is like letting y equal to 0. y equal to 0 على x axis ولا? Think about it. أنا لما أكون على x axis إيش قيمة y? What's the value of y لما أكون هنا على x? 0. y لا طلعت فوق ولا نزلت تحت. Value y is 0. Yeah. وعلى y axis إيش x? على y axis x ب0 صح؟ وعلى x axis y ب0. y ب0 يعني f of x ب0 يعني the 0 of the function. يعني when I cut the x axis. خلوا المعلومة هذه في راسكم لأنه we're gonna use it later on. ماشي؟ The 0 of the function means when we cut the x axis. 0 of the function يعني when we cut the x-axis. Okay, نفس المعنى. It means لما f of x equal to 0. It means لما y equal to 0. It means when we are cutting the x-axis. It means when my function go to the 0. It means the value of x make my function equal to the 0 here. This is an example of a 0 of the function. This is what type of function? إيش هذه؟ Quadratic صح؟ Second degree equation. X squared minus 5x equal to 0. Whenever you are solving a quadratic function, we solve it by factorization, بالتحليل. This is how we factorize Let me explain it for you in this example. I want to factorize x squared minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. We factorize this into two brackets. It is a second degree thing, so it can be factorized into two brackets. And x squared can be x and multiply with x. The 6, I make it a multiplication of two numbers such that their sum is equal to minus 5. I'm looking for two numbers multiplied to be 6, added to be minus 5. You say 2 and 3, لا, 2, 3 multiplied to be 6, but if I add them, is it minus 5? The minus 3 and the minus 2 أبغى جمعهم يكون minus 5. Minus 3 و 2 multiplication minus 6 مش plus 6. I want the plus 6 with their addition to be minus 5. So actually minus 2 وال minus 3 ولا equal to 0. If I have two things multiplied to be 0, it's either in the x minus 2 is 0 أو إن ال x minus 3 is 0. ولا أنا لما يكون عندي رقمين their multiplication is 0 واحد فيهم راح يكون 0. Yeah. So from here x is equal to 2. From here x equal to 3. And you are correct عصام. الcutting هنا عند ال x2 وعند ال x3. هنا الcutting. وهذا parabola and it is concave up parabola, so it looks like this. قطع عندي عند الاثنين وعند الثلاثة. And it is concave up لأنه positive. لأن ال A هنا positive. So it's concave up and this is how it looks like. You got it now? So this is what we call second degree equation. I want you to practice today when we finish before next class in how to solve second degree equations. دوروا تمارين وبراكتس على how to solve second degree equation. You will find a lot. مو أنا قلت لكم على الخان academy. Go and check examples about how to solve second degree equation. ماشي? Now this is again an example of a zero of a function and the function is again second degree equation. Now this one, if you try to factorize it, it's not going to be factorized. الحل حقه أساسا كذا. So I cannot factorize it. No matter how much you try, you will not be able to factorize it. So the other way to solve it is using what we call the quadratic formula or the quadratic formula solution. We say in the x equal to minus b plus minus the root of b square minus 4ac, where a is the coefficient أو معامل ال x square, ال b is the coefficient of x, with c is the constant. Okay, I will download now the record and it's gonna go to the chat and you can download it from there. Just let's finish and I will see. So for this one, what is the A? What is the A here? إيش ال A? It's 1. And what's the B? It's a 3. And what's the C? Be careful. What's the C here? It's minus 2. ننتبه مع إشارتها ناخذها with the sign. It's minus 2. So a rule, it is minus B plus or minus the root B square minus 4AC divided by 2A. هذا الرule. This is the value of X. So we substitute. What's B? It's minus 3. Plus or minus. The B is minus 3 square. It's 9. minus 4a is 1, c is minus 2 divided by 2a which is 2 في ال 1. Do the calculations. هذا minus 3 وهذا plus or minus. ليش plus or minus؟ لأن أنا عندي two solutions. I have two x's لأن it's x square. So this is 9 minus 4 في ال minus 2 which is minus 8. Plus 8 it will be. So it is a 17 over 2. نستخدم القانون إذا ما قدرت أحلل. If I couldn't factorize. ما قدرت أحلل so I have to use it. شايفين الحل؟ الحل يعني جذر في جذر. هذا I never can think about factorizing this way. ماشي؟ You can see the picture here. You can see the slide. واضحة الصورة؟ طيب تمام. Now let me go back to this example. برجع لكم على الإكزامبل هذا. Let's solve it using the rule. أقدر أحله using the rule by the way. If I don't want to factorize, I can use the rule عادي. What is the rule? X equal to minus b plus or minus the root of b square minus 4ac على 2a. What is the a? 1. What is the b? minus 5. What is the c? 6. إشاراتها أخذها. Be careful. So my x equal minus b يعني minus 5 it will be plus 5 plus or minus the root. What's b square? اللي هو square of minus 5 which is 25 minus 4a is 1 c is 6 divided by 2 بالa والa is 1 so it's like this. خلنا نشوف يطلع نفس الحل ولا لا. So 5 plus or minus the root of a 25 و 4 في 6 is 24 صح؟ So 25 minus 24 is 1 على 2. Good? So this is 5 plus or minus root of 1 is 1 على 2. ينقسم الحل إلى قسمين. مرة بالبلس ومرة بالماينس. Let's make it here. مرة 5 plus 1 على 2. مرة 5 minus 1 over 2. 5 plus 1 6 على 2 which is 3. 5 minus 1 4 على 2 it's equal to. نفس الحل ولا لا؟ نفس الحل. Yeah. So the rule is general. يعني سألتوني متى نستخدم الرول. الرول whenever. General. لكن in case إن I find it easy to be factorized, I factorize it. لو سهل إنه نسوي له factorization, let's factorize it. ماشي؟ Mute the mic, please. السي اللي هو الثابت, ال constant that is not multiplied with anything. The constant part is my C. It's very important in you check examples about how to solve the second degree equation. I want to give you some more specification about that. Yeah. The second, yeah, good question, Khadija. You are thinking about what I was about to do now. Now, the second degree equation is like ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. هذه equation من الدرجة الثانية. الحين it could happen إن c بزيرو. لو c بزيرو it will be ax squared plus bx equal to 0. Example, if I have x squared plus 2x equal to 0. الحين هذه جدا سهل حلها. Can you tell me? Can anybody think about how to solve this? هذه البارت الكونستانت is not there. هذه بس فيها x squared وفيها x. حلها جدا سهل. Excellent يا إسا. We just take what we call common factor. أخذنا عامل مشترك. عامل مشترك ال x squared will be x. and the 2x will be 2 equal to 0 already factorized. So هذا معناها إما الx ب0 أو الx plus 2 ب0, which mean الx ب0 خلاص, and this means إن الx is minus 2. So this is the solution. الحل is x ب0 والx ب minus 2. Yeah. السكند case إن البي ب0. يعني it will be like ax squared plus c equal to 0. هنا صفرت السي، هنا صفرت البي. Example, if I have like a 2x squared plus, let's say, or let me say minus. Let me do it like this. Make it x squared minus 4 equal to 0. Very easy. Just x squared equal to 4. Take the root. X equal to plus or minus the root of 4. So x equal to plus or minus 2. And this is the solution. So I have two solutions here. إما إن الx ب 2 أو إن الx ب minus 2. Two solutions here. Got it? فالكيس اللي الحد اللي بالنص ما هو موجود برضو مرة easy. I just bring the constant the other hand side and I solve it. The third case in everything is there. The ax squared is there. Will bx is there. Will c is there. In this case we use the formula x equal to minus b plus minus root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, or let me write a good A here, or we factorize. Now the third degree equation is something that's not easy to be solved, يا حسام. We will go through this at one point in our course. A third degree equation ما هو سهل إنها تنحل. لحالها كذا third degree equation not easy to be solved. يعني إما يكون عندي one value of x عشان أحلها, or I can estimate. أقدر إني مثلا أحاول أقرب واحد من القيم عشان أجيب القيمتين الثانيين، لأن x to the power 3 لها ثلاثة حلول ومعادلة واحدة. It's not easy to be solved إلا إذا معطيني واحد من قيم الإكس أو أنا سويت estimation لواحد من قيم الإكس. أوكي؟ فإذا third degree equation وفيها constant معاها not easy to be solved. أوكي؟ يعني في third degree equation easy إذا ما كان فيها constant for example. لكن in general third degree equation اللي فيها constant وفيها x وفيها x square not easy to be solved. Okay, got it? فهذا the three cases of the second degree equation that we can face. And I want you to practice that. Practice examples on how to solve second degree equation. جدا مهمة. Later on when we talk about how to apply the derivative to draw the function, we will solve a lot of second degree equation. The whole solution actually, كامل الحل, يعتمد على solving such an equation. If you cannot solve it, you will stop and you will not solve the whole question. Now, graphs of intersecting function. إيش يعني intersecting function؟ يعني when two functions cut each other, when two functions meet. I'm talking about when two functions meet. So in this example, they are giving me a parabola. شايفين? Y equal to x squared minus 10x plus 9, and a line which is y equal to x minus 9. ولا الحين I know the type of the functions. I know إن هذا line لأن it's a first degree equation. This is a second degree equation. This is a parabola. It's a concave up parabola and a line. So they cut at 2 points. Yeah. You have to practice, Layman. I know now we took a lot of type of functions لأن هذا just an introduction. We are assuming in you know all of those things and we are just revising the things here. So I'm going slowly, I told you. I should have finished this one in tutorial 1, but I'm trying my best to be very slow to give you a chance to go and practice. ماشي? Let's finish yeah, I have a time here. Let's finish this part of the intersecting of the function and then I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna give you a chance to practice the things. So I'm talking about a parabola and a line. They could intersect at 2 points. Maybe this is my parabola and this is my line. They're not even intersecting. Or maybe this is my parabola and this is what's that? No. Maybe this is my parabola and this is my line. It is just touching at 1 point. صح ولا لا? I have 3 cases. إما إن line is actually cutting my parabola كامل, so it means I have 2 points of intersection. أو my parabola is up and my line is down, so they will never meet. Or in that they will meet at 1 point. How can I know? By solving this. Notice the 2 equations. It's y equal to x squared minus 10x plus 9 and another y that equal to x minus 9. How to find the intersection? By letting y equal to y. لا ويخلي y equal to y. y equal to 0 بجيب الانترسكتنج مع الاكس axis. لكن by letting y equal to y, I will let the 2 functions cut each other. Okay, we let the 2 functions meet. So this means in an x squared minus 10x plus 9 equal to x minus 9. Now solve it. خلاص صارت equation. Collect everything to the other hand side. This will give you x squared minus 10x minus x plus 9 equal to 0. صح كده؟ جمعت كل الأشياء في الطرف اليسار. The x minus x 9 plus 9. So we get x squared minus 10x plus 18 equal to 0. Second degree equation صح؟ Quadratic. Solve it. اتكلمنا about how to solve it. This is the equation we got. We can factorize it actually. It can be factorized. 18 into minus 2 في minus 9. ضربهم. 2 numbers multiplied 18 and added to be minus 11. So we think about the minus 2 and the minus 9. Multiplication is 18, their addition is minus 11. Or I can use the rule. If I cannot think about factorization, I can use the rule. A, B, and C. Substitute in the function, in the formula, I mean. Get the value and simplify it. If you simplify this one, you will get مرة x 2, and one time you will get x equal to 9. The solution in this slide. Okay, got that? I have 2 ways to solve it. إما إني أحلل x minus 2 في x minus 9 equal to 0, which means إن x مرة equal to 2 ومرة x equal to 9. Or I use the rule, and again I will get 2 and 9. I'm not done yet لأن I want a point. قال لي a point of intersection. For a point of intersection I'm talking about x and I'm talking about y. الx's مرة ب2 ومرة ب9. How can I get the y? I can get the y by putting in any of the 2 functions. مثلا one of the function is y equal to x minus 9. أعوض بالx, that's correct. في الفانكشن هذه الx minus 9 مرة بال9 ومرة بال2. If we substitute with 9, the y will be 0. If we substitute with 2, the y will equal to minus 7. So those are the 2 points where the functions meet. If you go back at the graph here, if you look at the graph, شايفين where they meet at 2 points. It is 9 and 0. And the second point, it was, what was it? It was 2 and minus 7, yeah. Yeah? This is where the 2 meet. You got that? So whenever they want me to meet 2 functions, we apply the first step, letting y equal to y. In step number 2, we will get x. In step number 3, we get y related to this x. And this will give me the points that I have. أول شيء نخلي y equal to y. We get an equation, we solve it to get the x. Then we get the y that's related to this x. Is that clear? Any question here? Yeah, they show you this one clearly here. Again, it's 9, 0 and 2 minus 7. It's very clear. Now, here's a question where they want you to solve a cubic equation, a 3rd degree equation. Solvable لأن ما فيها constant. It's just x3 and x. Simply, I take a common factor. We take a common factor. Take x and the 2 as a common factor. Actually, I can take 2x as a common factor. What remain here is 3, and what remain here is x squared equal to 0. Then عندي حدين مضروبين equal to 0. So it's either in 2x ب0 أو 3 minus x squared is 0. This implies إن x ب0 هنا. This implies إن x squared equal to 3, which means إن x is equal to plus or minus the root of 3. So how many solution I have هنا? Can you tell me how many solution عندي? مرة x ب0 or x بروت 3 or x minus root 3. ليش 3 solution؟ لأن it's a cubic equation. معادلة من الدرجة الثالثة لها 3 حلول. Yeah? Solvable ليش؟ لأن ما فيها constant. It's just x3 and x. I can take x as a common, then it's gonna be solved. Okay? You can see the solution written here. Now, factoring. Now, this is again one important thing for the quiz especially. They are giving you a function asking you to solve it. شايفين الفانكشن؟ The function is 5 over x plus 6 over 2 equal to 1. Easy way to solve it. Whenever أنا أشوف مقام, I do what I call clear the fraction. أنظف الفراكشن. أنا ما راح أعرف أحلها وهي كده صح؟ أنا أعرف أحل x square x3 بس لما ينزلون تحت it is not easy to be solved. So we do what we call clear the fraction. أكبر باور للx في البottom is x square. So we multiply the whole equation with x square. This implies إن x square في ال1 is x square. راح تنضرب في كل الحدود. ال5 على x will be multiplied with x square. Let me make it a dot. Plus 6 over x square and again multiplied with x square. Now we have a cancellation. واحدة من ال x's cancel one of the x's, and the x square cancel the x square. So we end up with x square equal to 5 here. We remain with 1x, don't forget that. We remain with 5x plus 6. We clear the fraction, ولا? The fraction is clear now. So this is x squared minus 5x plus 6, or minus 6, sorry, or minus 6 equal to 0. This is now quadratic. This is second degree equation. We can simply solve it by factorization. We factorize this and this into 0. X is the factorization of x squared. I want you to factorize the minus 6 into two numbers. Their multiplication is minus 6. Their addition is minus 5. This is like a minus 6 and a plus 1. ولا? Their multiplication is minus 6. Their addition is minus 5. If you couldn't think about it, حلوها بالقانون. So this will give me two parts. إما أن ال x plus 1 ب0 أو أن ال x minus 6 ب0. This will give me x equal to minus 1. This will give me أن ال x equal to the 6. And those are the two solutions they asked me for. Yeah, got it? So دائما إنه we prefer إن نسوي clear the fraction. أنظف الفراكشن as much as I can. Let me give you a simple example here. Let me give you one simple example. Solve the following. You have a 2 over x plus 5x equal to 3. Yalla, what do you think? What should I do here? Everything is nice, but the x down there is not good for me, صح? So what do you suggest me to do? We multiply with the biggest power of x that we have at the bottom. أكبر قوة للx موجودة تحت راح أضرب فيها. فعندي الx actually. So the whole equation to be multiplied with x. ننتبه إن الإيكويشن كلها to be multiplied with x. ليش x square؟ x. هناك احتجت x square. Okay, I will go back to their جوهرة, but let's solve this one here. So أضرب بس في x لأن ما راح أحتاج غير إني أضرب في الx هنا. So if I multiply with x, this will be 2 على x multiply with x plus 5x multiplied with x equal to 3 multiply with x. Now x cancel x, so this is a 2 plus 5x, x يعني 5x squared, and this equal to 3x. We can combine things in one hand side, so 5x squared minus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. Now it's a second degree equation that can be solved. I can now the 5x squared is making things not nice. I can solve this by a equal to 5, the b equal to minus 3, and the c equal to 2. Solve it now. Okay? As a practice for you, I want you to solve it and get the value of x. What will be the value of x comes out of this one. Got it? Yeah. في جوهرة كنتي تسألين من وين جبنا الماينس 1؟ إيش يعني من وين جبنا الماينس 1؟ What are you asking about? يعني هذه مش to memorize يا عبد العزيز. You don't have to memorize it. We never memorize mathematics. We understand. صح ولا لا؟ understand the things. هذه concepts أساسيات. You don't have to memorize it. Actually المحاضرة السابقة أنا سويت لها record بعدين ما قدرت ألقاها الصراحة يعني. I have to look it out. We multiply with x يا فاطمة عشان نسوي clear للفراكشن لأن الفانكشن فيها مقام فيها x تحت. ما أبغى الإكس أبغى أكنسلها فأضرب المعادلة كلها بإكس. معي؟ أوكي. ماني متأكدة من مواعيد التسليم. I'm gonna give you a few minutes. تشبعتوا ولا نكمل؟ Enough for today? خلاص enough. واضح إن تشبعتوا اليوم. طيب stop the writing. أنا راح أوقف الريكورد. I'm gonna stop the record وراح